Imagine this for a moment. Two men wake up at the same time early in the morning. The alarm rings at 5 a.m. The first man looks at the clock, feels tired, and says, "Just 5 more minutes." He goes back to sleep. The second man feels the same tiredness, the same comfort of the warm bed, the same voice in his head telling him to rest. But he slowly sits up, puts his feet on the ground, and gets to work. Now here is the powerful truth. That small decision, just a few seconds long, will slowly create two completely different lives. One life full of excuses and another full of results. Ladies and gentlemen, that difference is called self-discipline. Self-discipline is not loud. It does not make big announcements. It does not show off. It works quietly in the background of your life, shaping who you become. While others are waiting for motivation, discipline is already moving forward. Because motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel inspired. But discipline is not based on feelings. Discipline is based on decision. It is the ability to say, "I will do what must be done, whether I feel like it or not." Every successful person you admire, every leader, every champion, every builder of great things, learned this simple truth. Controlling your mind is more powerful than controlling your circumstances. The moment you develop self-discipline, you stop being controlled by comfort, by laziness, by temporary emotions. You begin to lead your own life. And the beautiful part is this: discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build. One choice at a time, one habit at a time, one promise kept to yourself every single day. Most people believe that extraordinary success belongs only to people with special talent, high intelligence, or lucky opportunities. But if you study the lives of truly successful individuals, you will notice something different. The real difference is not talent, it is self-discipline. Self-discipline is what allows an ordinary person to rise above average habits and create extraordinary results over time. An ordinary person may not start with advantages, but with discipline, they begin to do what others refuse to do. They wake up earlier when others choose comfort. They continue working when others stop because they feel tired. They stay focused on their goals while others get distracted by temporary pleasures. These small disciplined choices may look simple in the moment, but when repeated every day, they begin to transform a person's character, mindset, and abilities. Discipline also builds consistency, and consistency is where real progress lies. Anyone can work hard for one day when they feel motivated, but disciplined people show up every single day, whether they feel excited or not. Over weeks, months, and years, those small efforts compound into massive results. Skills improve, confidence grows, and opportunities begin to appear because disciplined people prove that they can be trusted with responsibility and challenges. In this way, self-discipline slowly turns an ordinary individual into someone capable of achieving things that once seemed impossible. Motivation often feels powerful at the beginning of any journey. When a person sets a new goal, starts a new habit, or dreams about a better future, they feel excited and energized. In those moments, everything seems possible. People promise themselves that they will work harder, wake up earlier, and stay focused on their goals. However, motivation is only the spark that starts the fire. It is not strong enough to keep the fire burning for a long time. As days pass, challenges appear. Work becomes repetitive, progress feels slow, and distractions start pulling attention away from the goal. This is where many people stop. The excitement they felt in the beginning fades, and without motivation, they begin to lose focus. But people with self-discipline continue moving forward even when motivation disappears. They understand that success does not depend on how they feel on a particular day. Discipline means following a plan and staying committed to action, regardless of mood, comfort, or temporary emotions. It allows a person to keep working when the task becomes boring, difficult, or tiring. Over time, this steady effort creates real progress. While motivated people may start quickly, disciplined people keep going long enough to actually reach the destination. That is why motivation may begin the journey, but only discipline has the strength to carry someone all the way to success. Success rarely comes from one big action or a single moment of effort. In most cases, It is the result of small habits repeated consistently over a long period of time. Self-discipline plays an important role in building these habits. It pushes a person to take small but meaningful actions every day, even when those actions seem too simple to make a difference at first. For example, reading a few pages of a book each day may not feel like a big achievement, but over months, it can turn someone into a knowledgeable and skilled thinker. Exercising for a short time each day may seem small, but over time it strengthens the body and improves health. The same principle applies to work, learning, and personal growth. Small, disciplined actions slowly build powerful results. What makes these habits valuable is consistency. Many people try to make big changes quickly, but they lose energy and stop after a short time. Discipline, however, focuses on repeating manageable actions again and again without interruption. Each day adds a little progress, and that progress begins to compound. Over time, these small, disciplined habits shape a person's identity. They become more focused, more reliable, and more capable of handling challenges. What once felt difficult slowly becomes natural, and the results that once seemed far away begin to appear through steady daily effort. One of the greatest challenges people face in life is learning how to act despite their feelings. Most individuals naturally choose what feels easy, comfortable, or enjoyable in the moment. When something becomes difficult, boring, or exhausting, the mind quickly looks for excuses to stop. This is where self-discipline becomes essential. Discipline is the ability to move forward with responsibility even when your emotions are telling you to do something else. There are many moments in life when people simply do not feel like doing the work that is necessary. A student may feel tired and not want to study. A worker may feel unmotivated and avoid important tasks. Someone trying to improve their health may not feel like exercising after a long day. Feelings can change from day to day, and if a person relies only on how they feel, progress becomes inconsistent and unreliable. Self-discipline teaches a person to act based on purpose rather than emotion. It creates the strength to say, "This task is important, so I will complete it regardless of how I feel right now." By repeating this mindset, a person slowly builds mental strength and resilience. Over time, disciplined action becomes stronger than temporary comfort, allowing individuals to stay committed to their responsibilities and goals, even during difficult LTO moments. One of the most powerful truths about success is that before a person can control their circumstances, they must first learn to control themselves. Many people spend their time trying to change the outside world while ignoring the habits, thoughts, and behaviors that shape their daily lives. Self-discipline changes this perspective by teaching individuals that real power begins with self-control. When a person develops discipline, they begin to manage their time more wisely, focus their energy on meaningful goals, and avoid distractions that slow their progress. Instead of reacting to every impulse or temptation, they pause, think, and choose actions that move them closer to the life they want to build. This ability to control impulses is what separates people who drift through life from those who actively shape their future. Self-discipline also strengthens decision-making. When someone trains their mind to stay committed to long-term goals, short-term pleasures lose their power. Wasting time, procrastinating, or giving up easily becomes less attractive because the disciplined mind understands the cost of those choices. As this mindset grows stronger, a person becomes more focused, reliable, and determined. Over time, mastering these small areas of self-control leads to larger achievements. Opportunities increase, confidence grows, and challenges become easier to face because the person has learned the most important skill of all, how to guide their own actions and stay committed to their purpose.